Well, I bet Frank played his share of Frogger and Donkey Kong back in the day, and oh my gosh, all those old video games.
Centipede was my favorite.
Pac-Man is where I was always
at. Yes, and Ms. Pac-Man. Well, if you want to relive those memories, just head out to the Seymour Community Museum for a special exhibit this July. Anthony is there checking it out this morning. Fingers all warmed up to do some gaming there?
Yeah, we're going to be playing one of these arcade games just a second here, Lisa, but we're going to talk about the exhibit with Bill Collar, president of the Seymour Historical Society, right here on the second floor we are right now, Seymour Community Museum. And Bill, you know, some people out there maybe not so familiar with your museum here. It's a pretty nice place. You guys got all kinds of stuff going on, and a new exhibit here for the month of July.
Well, we have a great museum here in Seymour. We have 8,000 square feet of display space, and we want to invite everybody out to see this tremendous exhibit of the arcade games from the 80s.
Yeah, now what made you to bring this in? This is pretty interesting stuff. This is what, 30, 35 years old behind us now?
Well, as you know, Seymour is the original home of the hamburger, and we had a Burger Time arcade game, and when that broke down on us, so we had to get it fixed. And I did see an article where this fellow by the name of Bradley Czech got a program at the Neville Museum, and I gave him a call, and I said, Bradley, could you fix our Burger Time machine? And sure enough, he came over, fixed it up, and I said, hey, what does that cost us? She said, no charge, don't worry about it. I just like to see people play these games. So I thought, well, maybe we can get him to bring his exhibit over here, which, of course, he did. So we're very grateful to Bradley, and he's done a great, great job with this exhibit. It's just a fascinating trip back into the 80s.
So the only arcade game that you guys have on hand here is Burger Time, but now for the month of July we got like 29, 30 extra.
29 games, yes, and people can come in and play Burger Time anytime, but we have 5 games set up for free play. So if you want to get your arcade game fix, get over to Seymour.
All right, you got it. Let's go over to Bradley Czech now. He is the arcade collector, owns about 250 units of these?
About 250. It's always changing, so.
Looks like these are from the, what, 70s and 80s, you said, then you kind of stopped collecting.
Yeah, I collect mainly late 70s to early 80s, mid 80s, something like that. So there's a bunch of different stuff in my collection. It's always changing.
Which ones would you say are the most valuable or the most popular that maybe arcade collectors would want to get their hands on?
Sure. Well, I mean, here in this exhibit, I brought some of the pieces that people recognize, Donkey Kong and Q*bert and Frogger and Pac-Man, but I also brought games that were really visually stimulating, that have great artwork and really neat appeal visually. And then I also brought some really rare pieces that you'll never see again.
It looks like just 5 of them here for people to play on? Or?
A lot of these games have been meticulously restored from the ground up and are more display pieces to the general public, but I have brought some pieces that are all set on free play. You can come in and play them for free.
Brad, let's do a little free play. Take advantage of this no 25-cent charge and hop in there on Frogger, Lisa, and Mullane. You know what's crazy is that I've heard of Tetris, a lot of these games, Donkey Kong, but kind of ridiculous that I didn't even know really what Frogger was all about here, Bradley.
Well, come on. There's no time like the present to learn, right?
You got it.
You press the button, press player 1, and you just get the frog across the street and across the water into his home. We'll see how good you're at this game here.
Yeah. Well, this is the easy level. I should be able to do this one, right?
All right, and then you want to jump on the logs and on the backs of the turtles. And, so close!
Got killed right at the end. You kidding me?
Hopefully he's got some quarters with him because he needs a little practice.
Welcome to the 80s, Anthony.
Yeah, we'll practice a little bit.
So close.
Yeah, we'll see you back.
All right, thanks.